So, what I learned in marketing today is learning flow, and learning flow is part of this aspect of growth marketing in which you develop positive friction. Now, what exactly is positive friction? You might ask. Positive friction is basically what apps and companies do and require to do in their product, basically, in order to be able to finalize, not like really finalize, but choose or ensure that the right kind of people are using the product. Basically, you make a product, an app, anything you make, it's going to have a level of friction, which basically means that in order for people to get signed up to buy your product, etc., they'll have to let go through a couple of stages in order to ensure that they actually do what you need them to do, whether that's sign up for a website or buy your product or whatever. And now obviously companies typically try to eliminate friction, right? Like when you're making your UX or UI, you want to make sure that it's not really there's not a lot of friction, that there's really few steps in the customer journey in order to get all of those signups and in order to get all of those customers, basically, right? And the marketing and the design and product teams work together, and they basically figure out, well, how do we reduce friction so that it's easy for people to sign up for the product or utilize the product, which is why so many companies allow you to sign up with your Google account, because it's easy. You don't have to create a password and give all of your information. No, you can just link your Google account and they just get all of it. That's one way to remove friction. Now, going back to learning flow, the idea is that while removing friction is essential, it's also important to maintain a level of friction to ensure that you get the right kind of people using your product. Now, positive friction, how do you get it? Is, you create these steps that are supposed to teach people about your product. Once they go through those steps, it's easy for them, and they can basically easily utilize the product the next time, or simply it makes them stay on the product longer the next time, and it basically makes them a user. Now, positive friction can include things like putting your information, for example, when you create like a Facebook account, or when you create like an Instagram account and you give all of your photo and your bio, all of those things, those are kind of like positive frictions, because those are things you have to do in order to kind of get started with the app. And if you don't follow people on Instagram, for example, you'll never really get to actually using the app. Now, what a learning flow is that it's basically a way for, oh my god, I can't open this. Fuck. Now, what a learning flow is that it's basically this way for companies and products to make a flow that helps people learn about their product. So again, using the same example of social media, you'll go on your Facebook account and they'll tell you, hey, do this, and you'll be able to, create a complete profile on Facebook. That's a learning flow. Or when you sign up for like a new app that you've never used before, like a photo editing app, and they have all of these like little like pop-ups that are like, do this, to do that. And basically it's the idea is that you get all of that initially when you first sign up, so that you don't have to go around looking for it. But yeah, that's basically what a learning flow is, and you basically need one to ensure the success of your product, your service, your app, because it helps refine the people who are actually going to stay on your app. And it also helps, obviously positive friction also helps to determine why people leave early and from using your app. Let's take the example of Kara right now, which is really like a big trending platform right now. And they'll be like, well, it doesn't have this, this, and this, and I don't want to use it because it's not catered to me. And that's basically, it's perfect, because that's exactly what Kara wants. It doesn't want to cater to everyone. It's mainly for like an art audience. It's mainly for art creators. It's not for everyone. So that learning flow that they've created even on their own app, when you sign up and then you have to kind of create your portfolio, all of that, that is to ensure that it's more geared towards artists and not everyone. In your own product, that's something that maybe like, when you're starting out, it's not like a fun thing to do because you want people to be on your app, right? You want those signups. You don't really want people to like not like you don't really want people to pop off your app, or like, you don't want them to pop off your product or just not utilize it. Now, obviously, what we're talking about, like learning flow, is step number 2. Yeah, we've gotten into this late. By the way, this book that I'm reading is called Hacking Growth. I'm actually almost done with it, and I just decided I should start doing this. So, yeah, you're learning in the middle with me. And if you want to grab it, it's actually a pretty good book. It's by Morgan Brown, I believe, and Sean Ellis, Morgan Brown. Parts of the book do feel like they're trying to sell their survey platform, but it's supposed to be one of the greatest books about marketing ever. So I'm trying to kind of give it. I've learned a lot, so I can't take that away. But yeah, there are bits and pieces where I'm like, oh, are you trying to sell me that survey or whatever? I got really distracted, by the way, because my iPhone was saying that I don't have enough storage, which makes like zero sense whatsoever, because I literally have a ton of storage because I bought iCloud. Anyway, not the point. Now, learning flow is basically part of retention, not of acquisition. This is after you've acquired your users and now you want to retain them and you want to learn more about your users, and which is where you basically add your learning flow. So that was all. Now you've learned what a learning flow is without reading it from the book, but I do highly recommend reading the books as well. If you want to learn more about marketing, growth marketing, my expertise with social media marketing, then follow along. I'll try to teach you guys what I know. I do know quite a bit. And if you're just starting out in marketing, I will say, marketing's a journey and it's a constant learning, and do not get into it just because some people say that it's an easy job, because it really isn't. It can be a fun job, and if you're a creative you might love it, but as you grow in marketing you realize a lot of it is analytics, which is sometimes not the funnest thing to do, but as you learn and you get used to it, it's not horrible. I got into marketing kind of by mistake and it just kind of worked. But yeah, I'm still learning and I'm always trying to grow. So if you're someone who loves learning and you're in marketing or business, or you just have a business and you want to learn how to market it, you can subscribe to the channel and maybe we'll be friends. Drop me any requests of questions you have and I'll take them up if it's something I'm reading about or I already know about. Okay? Anyway, here's the finished look. I felt like it might be really rude to not show it to you guys, though I did consider not showing it. Peace out. I've gotta go and make some content.